Welcome to my backyard gym. Let's do 10 minutes in here. Oh. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, it'd probably be a good time to do that. You'd probably see that every time I post a video of me working out here on my gym, it gets millions of views and a ton of controversy. So I wanted to make a long form video on YouTube going over the equipment that I have, how it's lasted, and my recommendations if you were looking to build a gym outside just like this. There's definitely a lot that I've learned over the time. I've moved some things around, I've had to add some space, but all in all, I'm really happy with my decision. So I think the first thing I want to start with on this video is, why did I build a gym outside? Well, I love being outside. This is probably one of the few videos that I actually have a shirt on. I don't even know why I have a shirt on. I'm not sponsored by On, but they sent me the shirt, so thank you, On. I like working out outside. I just love being outside. I love being barefoot. I love getting the sun on my skin. About, I say 5 years ago, because I want to say it was probably 5 years ago when me and my wife started this journey of living a more natural life, and biohacking, I guess, is the buzzword for it. Where we ground, we actually started grounding on a regular basis and being mindful about it. We get sunlight on our skin. We get morning sun as often as possible. It's became a really cool part of our life. We live on the lake, so we're always in the water. We're always in our bathing suits. We're always in minimal clothing, trying to get as much sunlight on our skin as possible. And being outside just feels right. Just feels awesome. Breathing in real fresh oxygen. We got the trees around us, the chickens running around, my dog running around. It's just a different experience working out outside. And I think the inspiration to do this came from my friend Eric Hinman. He lives in Colorado. He has a full gym, a lot of the same equipment that I have outside. It snows there, high elevation. He had a couple videos where his like assault runner and bike and all of his equipment was 4 feet under snow, and he was literally running on the assault runner and the snow was up to his hip. Like, it was crazy. And I asked him, I'm like, bro, like, the equipment is fine. He's like, dude, I've had it for 2 years out here. Everything's great. There's a little bit of surface rust on some of the screws, which I'm gonna show you in this video. There is some rust. I'm not afraid of rust. I've lived in Florida my whole life. Rust is just a part of life. It's very humid here. I don't live on the coast, so I don't have a lot of salt. I live in Odessa, which is kind of inland a little bit, and we don't have a ton of salt. If I lived on the coast, I probably wouldn't have done this. So that's probably my first recommendation, is if you live next to salt, I probably wouldn't do this, because there's a little bit more corroding that's gonna happen on the things that shouldn't corrode as easily. But yeah, he inspired me. He didn't encourage me, but he inspired me that I could do this. And I was like, bro, like, I'm gonna buy all this equipment, I'm gonna put it outside. At the end of the day, like, even at my nice gym that had newer equipment, you know, there's rust. Like, when metal hits metal, it peels off that powder coat, and it's humid, it's Florida, right? So there's gonna be rust, like, even on interior gyms. So I wanna just debunk the myth that I'm an idiot. You know, maybe I am an idiot, but like, I'm not afraid of a little rust. It's part of working out, you know, and I don't need it to be absolutely stunningly beautiful. I just want it to work, and it does work. And I've been pretty happy with this so far. So Eric, thanks for the encouragement, brother. If you follow him on Instagram, you'll see he has like a much larger setup. He's got the Castro rig. I have the Monster Light rig by Rogue. He's got a ton of equipment. And yeah, there's some equipment that I keep under an overhang, and so does he. Like my barbells, my dumbbells are inside, not because I need them inside. It's my wife's gym is inside. She does a lot more slow pace, plyometrics, yoga style workouts and she works out at 4 in the morning. So she works out inside. I work out typically 9, 10 o'clock. That's what I'm doing now. I can come out here and work out, which is great. I have a little bit more flexibility than she does. I have some stuff inside. I do have some stuff under an overhang, but most of my big equipment is outside 24/7. All of this that you're about to see in this video has been here during the past 2 hurricanes that came through Tampa, and everything's been great. All right, so showing you the setup, and you see that working out outside is a big part of my daily rhythm. I'm out here all the time. Whether I'm working on my strength, my conditioning, or my recovery, it's all right here. And if you know me, you know I'm not just focused on looking strong or being strong. I'm focused on aging strong. And that's why I've added this to my daily routine. This is Mitopure by Timeline. It's powered by something called urolithin A, and it's designed to support a process called mitophagy, which is basically your body's way of cleaning out damaged, worn out mitochondria and replacing them with fresh, high functioning ones. Think of your cells as gym equipment. If you don't clean and maintain it, performance drops. Same goes for your cellular energy engines, otherwise known as your mitochondria. That's where Mitopure fits in. And I'm not here to hype stuff stuff that I don't use. I've been taking Mitopure for a couple months now. And though it's not a stimulant that you can feel, this is backed by over 15 years of clinical research. In fact, people taking Mitopure saw a 12% increase in muscle strength and a 17% increase in endurance just taking this for a few months. And that's without changing any of their training habits. It's pretty wild. For me, it's simple. 2 of these soft gels a day and you're off to the races. And it doesn't interrupt anything. I don't have to mix a powder, make a special shake, or deal with some nasty taste. It's easy and it helps me stay consistent and recover stronger, especially as I push into my late 30s and beyond. This isn't for everyone, but if you're serious about performance, recovering properly, and aging gracefully, definitely check it out. I do have a 10% discount link that's down in the description below, so tap that after the video. Now let's get back to the gym. So my process working out here is simple. It really doesn't matter what the weather is. I've worked out here during the rain. I've worked out here in the middle of the day, in the morning, when it's dark. It doesn't matter. My process is very simple. I come out here, I bring my Amazon Alexa. I don't want to say her name too loud because she will hear me. But I bring her out here. I use this. Actually, you know what? This is kind of cool. One of the coolest Christmas presents. My wife got me this. It's a Mission base, not sponsored, and it hooks right up to your Alexa. Oh, she heard me. And you plug in your Alexa just like you normally would, and while you're plugging this in, it charges the base. So now this base is powering my Alexa. Yeah, it's really cool. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna post a link to this on Amazon in the description below because a lot of people do ask me about it, and it's probably a smart idea for me to post that resource down below. Tons of links down below you're gonna wanna check out at the end of this video. I don't have an affiliation with everyone here. I wish I had an affiliation with Rogue, but they're way too big and cool for me. Even though they did showcase my gym on their social media platforms a few months ago, that was kind of cool. And they did give me a $200 gift card, which I have not used. So if there's something I need at the end of this video, if you're like, David, you don't have this, you need it, post it in the comments below so I can go get it. Yeah, so anyway, I bring my music out here because who doesn't love working out to some music? Blaring it out here outside is really, really fun. But sometimes it's nice to just listen to the ambient cars passing by, birds chirping, and chickens clucking. This little window right here is where I store my stuff. I put my phone here, and then this is how I write my workout. So today I've got 5 rounds. This is the workout I'm gonna be doing. 5 strict press, 10 calorie ski, 5 push press, 10 kettlebell swing, 5 overhead squat, 10 alternating dumbbell snatch, rest a minute, and then repeat. At the end of that, we're gonna do some yard work, not mowing the grass. I'm gonna do a 30-second plank in the grass, followed by a sprint to the tree and back, followed by a farmer's carry to the tree and back. I'll show you that later too. But this is how I write my workouts. I program all my own workouts, and there's really no rhyme or reason. I do it based off how I feel, which muscle doesn't feel like it's being optimized of that week. And yeah, I like to do some strength and I like to do some conditioning, very high intensity interval training style-esque. And sometimes I get inspiration from other fitness and wellness content creators that post their workouts out online. So if you're somebody in this space, post your workouts online because you never know who's actually gonna take some of that inspiration, and I appreciate when you do that. So I typically set everything up down here, and then I'll bring a towel out here because almost every time after my workout, I'll do a nice little sauna session followed by a cold plunge. Even though everyone says don't cold plunge after you work out, I always cold plunge after I work out. It's my favorite time to do a cold plunge. And then I set up my equipment. So I just talk about the equipment I have right now. This is the Rogue Abraham GHD. Awesome. I've had this since they came out. I think I was one of the first people to actually buy this. And almost everything you see out here, I bought with my own money. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you get it for free. I do get some stuff for free, it's great, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't get for free, and a lot of stuff out here I've paid for. Freak Athlete, you guys are awesome. They did send me this, and I've actually had 3 of them from their first generation all the way to this one. This is their newest. It has this leg extension attachment. I use this all the time. My kids use it. I absolutely love the leg attachment part of it. It does like 12 different workouts. It's a really cool machine. I have a full review on this thing. A lot of people, like Garage Gym Reviews, and you see a lot of influencers talking about it, which is great, but there's really not a lot of rust to report on this thing. It's been pretty impressive. The only rust I've seen is like inside here, there's like a little piece of metal that isn't powder coated, has a little bit of rust on it, but the padding is held up great. But yeah, so this is the Freak Athlete and the Rogue Abraham GHD. This is my bench that I have from Rogue. I don't know the name of this one. It's awesome. It's got like a squishy padding on top. It's not a fabric. It's kind of rubbery feeling, and it's amazing. It's been outside since I bought it, once again, since around June. I got these plyo boxes. These do have some rust on the screws on the top and the sides. Like, it's pretty like visible, the rust on this. So don't know how long this is gonna last, which this is the only piece that I have that I'm a little nervous, because these screws do hold everything together and they're rusting pretty bad, pretty quickly too. So it'd be cool if they changed these screws with like something stainless steel. I don't know why they couldn't just do stainless steel. It's a gym. Even sweat's gonna cause rust in my experience from what I've seen. But I have the entire set of these plyo boxes. Even before I had them outside, I had them in the awning over there. These screw tops started to show some rust almost immediately. So that might just be a design flaw, Rogue. Now the main attraction, this is my Monster Light. I didn't get a ton of the upgrades. I do have the adjustable pull-up bar for my kids. I do have the little dip attachment as well. And then I have the wall ball attachment up there. The only thing about this I'll say is the J-hooks, kind of similar to the plyo boxes. The J-hooks have some surface rust on the little screw that's holding the, the plastic piece on. It doesn't affect the equipment at all. And even if those plastic pieces fell off, the J-hooks would still do their job. It would probably just char up my bar a little bit. But I've been super impressed with this. I honestly thought there'd be a lot more rust on this. Inside where I put the J-hook, where that metal on metal is at, there is a little bit of surface rust, but it doesn't seem like it's not concerning at all. The plates have been out here since I built this, once again, since June. And I have a couple different plates. There's a plate that has almost like a silky, a really pretty cover on it. And then there's the other plates that are just more the gym plates you'll see at most CrossFit gyms. I will say this, when you're sweating, here, I'll just show you. This is the good plate. I don't know which one this is. I've had these for 10 plus years. So you see how it has a sheen on it? This plate, amazing. When you're sweaty or wet, it's raining, this plate doesn't ever leave your hands with black chalk on them. But the other plates I have, which I just ordered, these I've only had since June. These are my newer plates. It's kind of got that, I don't know, rougher finish. Look, my hand's already got some black chalkiness on it. So these are in the back. These are the, if I have to use them, look at that. Just touched one plate. It's not even wet, not even sweating. So I probably wouldn't buy those plates again. I don't know which ones they are. I'll try to figure it out and post a link in the description. But yeah, those plates aren't my favorite. Got the safety collars up there, pull-up bar. Yeah, the Rogue Monster Light's awesome. Definitely want to say if you are going to get something like this, whether you have it inside or outside, mount it to the floor. When I was doing some muscle ups on this before I had it mounted, I had quite the scare. I was doing some kipping muscle ups on the bar right here before I mounted it to the floor, and it came off the ground. I don't think it was going all the way, but holy smokes, that was a little scary. And I had weights, I had my weights on there. Maybe that's the problem. I have my weights a little too high. But once again, you can configure these things basically however you want. This is what works for me. Mounted it to the ground, everything's great. I got these horse stall mats from a tractor supply company. Actually, it's just a local feed store. And these are great. Each mat was $90, and it's a piece of plywood's length. It's 4x8. So little hack, you don't need to go buy gym mats that are super expensive. I've done that. Horse stall mats work perfectly. And then this is my most recent bar. I purchased this bar, around August, September. So this bar is my newer bar. The other bar I'm going to show you I've literally had since I bought those original pretty plates over 10 years. And it's great too. I just wanted to have a second bar so I could do work over here, and then also if I want to throw some deadlifts in and not use the same bar I can, or if I have multiple people working out. But the Rogue Monster Light, this has been a great rig. Do I wish I had a bigger rig? Yeah, I want to have people come over. It'd be cool to have a couple spots, but it works great for me 99% of the time. You're probably wondering why there's all this writing on this wall. If you're not new to my life or my channel or my Instagram or whatever, we just moved into this house back in May last year. So yeah, we haven't lived here a year yet. It's been just under a year. So you're probably wondering, why did you let people write on your brand new house? I don't know. I love this stuff. When I was a kid, I used to have parties. I used to have my friends come over, and I had a door in my room that anyone who would come over, I'd have them sign, write something. And there was some pretty not cool stuff written on that wall. We were dumb kids, but it was just cool to be able to go back and see some of those guys aren't even alive anymore. Hate to say that, rest in peace. But that door was a cool piece. It was a piece to my room, and people would love going and reading. Kind of the same thing here. When people come over and work out with me that are new to the area or have never worked out with me, I like to let them sign the wall. I need to get some more people here. Actually, give me some inspiration on who I should have come. I'd like to get Matt Choi to come over here. I'd love to get Eric Hinman over here. I'd love to get my buddy Shervin Shares to come over here and work out with me. A few other people. It'd be cool to get Thomas DeLauer, can shoot for the stars. Maybe Joe Rogan will come work out with me one day. I don't know. Let me know who I should try to invite. And if you have the contacts, I'm in Tampa. If you have the contacts, reach out to me, let me know, and be like, hey, we can make this happen. We can get some pretty cool freaking people. I mean, you're cool. If you're watching this video, you're cool too. And if you're in Tampa and you want to work out, reach out to me on Instagram. I'm pretty active there. Every person who's signed this wall means something to me. But that's what this is right here. That's my wall of fame. And then over here is my cardio. This is my cardio station. So I have the Assault Runner Pro. I have the Assault Bike Pro X. They keep adding letters and stuff. The Assault Rower Pro, and then I have the Concept 2 Ski Erg over here. So the 4 main pieces of cardio equipment that you'll see in any gym, and they've been outside exclusively since I got them. That was October. I got the dates mixed up. I think on one post I said August. It's October. October is when I got these and I put them out here. I went through like my pictures in my photo stream, and that is when these were put out here. It was October. And they've been out here through all the hurricanes that we had. I've never moved them inside. I do have a little piece of plastic over the Concept 2 screen. It was a piece that came with it, and I just left it on it. I don't know. As far as all the other screens, the battery pack is kind of underneath, and it's very hard for water to like get into them. They're really, really tight, and I've had no issues with any of the screens at all. All the screens have worked great. Even during the rain, they work really, really great. The only thing, and this is like the only thing I would point out, is there is a little bit of rusting on some of the screws, kind of like I mentioned with the J-hooks, like some of the surface screws that aren't that important. There's a little bit of like rusting and corrosion. On the bike, there's a little bit more than the other pieces of equipment. The bike is the only one with more corrosion or rust than any of the others, but it hasn't affected the workout. The only thing to know is when it is raining, if you do this and you have your gym equipment outside, if it's raining, once again, this isn't advice. This isn't me telling you to do stuff. Don't try this at home. I don't know, whatever disclaimers I gotta say, make your own decisions, be smart. On the bike, when you're doing sprints, like if you're going hard and it's wet, the belt will slip. So like sometimes like when it's raining, if I get on that bike and I go hard at it, like a couple, you know, the belt will slip. So you won't even have any resistance. So you have to kind of like take it slow, get it going. And then once you get it going, you can move. I found that out during a workout in the rain not too long ago. But the Assault Runner, incredible. The Assault Rower, incredible. The Ski Erg, same thing, incredible. I've had nothing to report. And I do have a link for Assault. I don't work with them. I don't do anything special for them, but they're great equipment. I reached out to them. I said, hey, if I share your link with my audience and they buy stuff, can I get commission? And they were like, sure. So I'm actually one of the first people to get a link from Assault. I don't think it gives a discount, sorry, but I do get paid. It doesn't cost you any more money. So if you like me and you want to support me in any way possible, use the links in my description. I do get a small commission from any of the links that you use, or most of the links that you use down there. And that kind of helps me keep going. It helps this full-time content creation career roll. So I really appreciate it. Seriously, like it means the world when you do that. And I take pride in providing these companies an ROI. Like I love getting to review good quality products, and I love being the first to talk about certain products and share the news of the health and wellness industry, what's going on with you guys. So in order for me to keep doing that, I have to be able to pay my bills, and the only way that happens is if you see value in the products that I have and purchase them using my link. So thank you if you do that. And if you hate me and don't want to support me and you still want to buy the products, you should still do that. Just don't use my discount code or link. Like, okay. Just saying that for like the 1%er out there who's like, I don't want to support you. Okay. And then this is the little awning that, you know, it's just like one little overhang I have. And there's really no reason that everything's under here, but I'll just show you what I do have under here. I probably, you know, I want to reorganize this anyway. Eventually I'll have some more stuff out here. I want to work with a company that has like a great assortment of dumbbells and some different equipment that I can have out here, because I have this whole wall space that I can clear out. For now, I have this beautiful adjustable bench that I've had forever. I think we've had this for, once again, over 10 years. Like, we've had this thing forever. It's definitely not meant to be outside, but same thing. It's working. Like, it's been out here and it's working. I have a rebounder out here by Plunge. That's just fun for warming up and after cold plunging. Like, we love jumping on that and warming back up. I do have my barbells hanging up in here with my jump rope. Do have some different plyometric stuff, additional weights that I've had for a long time. I have a sled, some of the other attachments for the Monster Light, and then my wall balls, Atlas balls, assortment of kettlebells, some additional bars that I've had for a while, sandbag, and that's it. I mean, other than that, I just have room to grow. So if there's something you see I don't have that you're like, David, I can't believe you don't have this, you know, let me know. Ooh, I do have a really cool idea. I don't know if it would work great, but like, see where Goldie's out here laying out? Right above that is a tree. Right above that is a tree that is about 20 feet high, and I'd love to get a rope there. The only problem is like the ground is not level and it's dirt. So I gotta figure out what to do there, because I definitely would like to have a rope. I love doing rope climbs in my workout. But other than that, let me know if there's something else I need. And then that leads me to the recovery. Now you probably know I do have a lot of recovery tools. I do get to review a lot of these products, and so I have a lot of them set up in different areas. And like I mentioned earlier, I have a full pickleball basketball court over there with saunas, cold plunges, and all sorts of stuff. If you wanna see a tour of that, let me know in the comments below. I'll do a full like backyard tour. I think some people are interested, but I don't know if a lot of people are, so I don't wanna like waste my time editing these videos if it doesn't help people, or it doesn't maybe give a little inspiration for what is possible. It's the whole point to this video, showing you what is possible. Because if I didn't see Eric Hinman posting about his gym in the backyard, I would have never done this. And I would have like missed out on what I consider to be a great joy in my life. But when it comes to recovery, I really do love a full spectrum infrared sauna that can get over 165 degrees. And the Sunhome Luminar 5 is a great outdoor full spectrum infrared sauna with some really beautiful lighting. I love the lighting out here at night. This is a really beautiful setup. This is their Cold Plunge Pro as well. It goes through these different cycles where it can create ice on the wall and the floor, and then it actually defrosts that ice. The ice floats. It allows that ice to just sit there in stagnant water for a little bit, so you can get into that just mode. The ice will melt, and then it kind of starts the process all over again. It'll cycle the water through a filter, ozone, so the water stays really clean. You usually have floating ice. Right now it doesn't, I think. I just checked. Yeah, it's in the middle of its cycle where there's no ice on it, but I've been loving this thing. It's my like really cold plunge. If you're looking for a luxury cold plunge that can make ice, has beautiful lighting, and is just a freaking tank, this is definitely one to consider. And the Luminar 5 is a full spectrum infrared sauna. It heats up to 170 degrees really fast. You have heaters on the back, heaters on the calves, heaters on the floor, and you have heaters in front of you. So you have heat all around you. And inside this door is a red light panel that you can turn on and get red light while you're in there as well. It's just been a really great sauna. I love getting in this after my workout. My typical protocol after my workout is immediately after my workout. Instead of laying on the floor dead, I'll lay in here dead. Allow that heat to keep my heart rate up, to keep my body in the mode of working out while my muscles get a chance to recover. So I'll usually do about 10 to 15 minutes in this, and then I'll do a 1 to 2 minute cold plunge in here after that. So that's my typical protocol, and that's my outdoor side yard gym. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little workout in, and if you have any questions about this that I didn't maybe go over specifically, feel free to post them down in the comments below. If you don't have a YouTube account and you're not able to, pop over to Instagram. My handle is dmossjr. I'm almost to 100,000 followers on Instagram. Like, what? This thanks to you. When I started this content creation journey, like really less than 2 years ago, like I went full-time August 7th, 2023. So yeah, less than 2 years ago is when I really started this. I had like under 10,000 followers on Instagram. I think like 20 or 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, you guys are amazing. God is great, and you guys are awesome. I'm super grateful for this community that we've built, and I'm gonna continue to review products that can change lives. I'm gonna continue putting out content that can make it easier for you to make good decisions on which products you might need or modalities you might wanna try. Huge believer in sauna, huge believer in cold plunging, huge believer in biohacking, and a huge believer in building spaces that bring you joy. This brings me joy. And then that cold plunge creates ice. It's a little too cold for a lot of people. I don't want people to have a bad experience. So over here, this is the Cold Creek Tubs Premium Tub. I was one of the first people to review it. Actually, I reached out to them. I saw them on Instagram. They had like 200 followers, and I'm like, that's a good product for the price. You use great components. I'd love to review it. It took some work to get to the point where we could do it, but I've reviewed this thing, and it's been so cool to see this product just blow up. So many people are getting it. I'm getting pictures and videos from people who have got it, and they're like, dude, this is a great value for what it is. Like, it's deep, it's long, you can get into an active pose, fully insulated, all the components are inside, so you have no exposed chiller or anything. You just have one cord, you plug it into the wall, fill it up with water, has ozone. This is a solid cold plunge. Once again, links down in the description below if you want to check them out. They give like a $550 discount with my code. I think it's the highest discount they offer. So if you're interested in getting a really good cold plunge where everything's built inside, I have full reviews on this, full reviews on the Sunhome, full reviews on a lot of the products on my channel that you should subscribe to, and check those out if you're interested in checking out those products. But I have this one set at 51 degrees for when people come over and they're not down for the ice. They want a cold plunge. I got this one set up over here. My wife loves this one too. Another cool thing is this is the door. None of this was planned. Like, this just how the house just happened. This door goes into my garage, and I have a fridge in there that's stocked always with some of my favorite brands. So I want to do a quick shout out and say thank you to PowerLift. You guys are amazing. If you've never heard of PowerLift, I'm going to encourage you to just go buy a case. You will absolutely thank me. Everyone I've introduced PowerLift to has become a massive fan. Just so you know, it has 10 grams of protein. It has 2,000 milligrams of branched chain amino acids and has electrolytes. So this is a great drink to just have while you're in the middle of your workout. I've brought cases to football games, cheerleading competitions to let a bunch of the kids at my kids' schools and cheer teams try, and they've fallen in love. And I have a link and discount code down below. The next drink that I love having on hand is FitAid. Thank you, FitAid, for constantly keeping me stocked up. You guys are amazing. This is the Energy. They have a recovery one. They've got a couple different ones. This one has caffeine. I do a lot of caffeine. Doesn't really affect me, just is part of the things that I consume. These are amazing. Thank you, FitAid, for always keeping me stocked up. And I don't have a link for them or a discount code. They've just been very gracious and consistently send me product, and I'm so thankful. Please keep doing that. I love sharing your products with people who come over and work out with me, and I love consuming them myself. Another one that I don't have because it's a milk is Slate Milk. You guys are awesome. You constantly keep me stocked up, and I love sharing that. That's a great recovery drink to have when you're not sweating and working out heavy out here. I like to add those to like shakes and protein shakes. A little lactose-free protein is great. People love it. It's great to share. They have caffeine and then they have non-caffeine. So Slate Milk, PowerLift, and FitAid. Love you guys. There is one downside to having an outdoor gym. Let me show you. Is when you have chickens. I just cleaned this. That is chicken poop. A fresh dollop of chicken crap. Yeah, they just poop. It's like what they do. So that's the only downside is I clean this. I have a blower and I'll clean this thing off. You probably saw I have a hose. I'll spray this thing off all the time, like literally daily. Okay, so that's great. Everything's awesome. What would you do differently, David? Honestly, the only thing I would do differently is I would have made my deck a little bit bigger because this is added on. I built this deck so I had more room. I would have made the deck a little bit bigger and I would have got a bigger rig. I would have not done anything differently. Every piece of equipment out here I have been super impressed with. There is some rusting, so time will tell. And as things start to deteriorate, and if you have any questions, I will make some updated videos. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, because I do love going over a lot of the health and wellness and fitness equipment that I have and that I get to review. But to answer the question on everybody's minds, why didn't I just add an overhang? Well, I think I said it earlier in this video. I really like getting sun. I really like working out in the elements. I like working out when it's raining. I like working out when it's sunny. I like working out when it's cold. It just gives a different dynamic to the workout. It gives a different dynamic and resilience to us. And that's kind of the point to working out. Like the reason we work out, well, the reason I work out is so that I can be able to just go outside and throw a backflip and play with my kids and do anything I want to do at any given moment without pain. Some people work out because they want to look good. I really don't. Like, if you look at me, I don't look bad, but like, I got some flab. There's a lot more I could do if I really, really, really cared about how I looked, but I've done those things. I don't work out to look good. I work out to function good. I work out to recover well and to feel my best. So this gym, it suits me. Being able to work out in the yard under the elements, it suits me. It conditions me the way I want to be conditioned. So I wouldn't have done anything different. I wouldn't have built an awning. The only thing I would have done differently is made this deck bigger so that I could have added more equipment because I'm kind of limited in space here. But that's my gym. I hope I answered some questions for you. Hope some of the controversy can settle down here and you can be either a little more optimistic that, hey, this guy David is just living his life. He's just doing things that he likes to do, which is, in fact, that's it. I'm just living my life and doing the things I like to do. But hey, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun stuff for YouTube because that lets YouTube know I don't suck and it shows videos like mine to more people. And I do have a goal. My goal is to somehow hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. This year is like creeping up fast and the subscriber count hasn't really grown as fast as it was, which I was doing a lot of DIY stuff. I kind of transitioned to reviewing stuff. So I guess it is what it is. Like the subscriber count doesn't necessarily like drive me. It's the feedback I get from you. So if any of my videos have helped you out in the past at all, let me know because it drives me. It keeps me fired up. And if there's anything you want to see me review, or if there's any questions that you have that I haven't answered, just let me know. I got you. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day, my friends, and God bless. And hey, before you go, check out one of these 2 videos next. Click one of these videos. YouTube thinks you'll like them. And if you click them, YouTube's like, oh, they really do like this guy. So it helps the algorithm. It's just cool. Or not. And if you don't, that's fine. Have a great day anyway. Love you guys.